go back to the pullet track for the Gambler. And this, again, just a superb looking truck. The Gambler is from Denison, Iowa. And that's Kevin Bitterson behind the wheel.
Boy, there's a sharp, beautiful Ford truck. Kevin on his way down. You know, this track may have came around right at the end of the track. Kevin bumping on it.
Super. The engine smokes at the end, but the Gambler will take that.
Nothing to worry about.
He had just a good run, Mike, from start to finish. He really did.
All the way down. Kevin just doing an excellent job with this truck. And Kevin's been around the sport for quite some time. This is his brand new truck that he's built this year and running it just a few times this winter and done a great job as he really puts one down the track, down to the deep part, down where the money's at, Ken. You got to be down on the far end of the track to really get in the money. 189, 6.5.
And so here's how it shakes down in the 6,200-pound modified class. In third place, Kevin Finneran in the Gambler. Second place to Tom Griffin driving Tumbleweed. And our winner tonight in the Barnstormer 2, it's Mark Martin. We're going to break away for a minute, but when we come back, we're going to meet this man, Gary Collins, the force behind the Bud Boss, when we return here in Minneapolis in just a moment. We're back at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. I'm Ken Broo along with Mike Gallaway. It's time for the wheel standing competition. Now, Mike, lead us through this. It's a two-wheel drive. And the first one we're going to see is Gary Collins.
And it's the one that pulls the sled the furthest with the wheels in the air is the winner. And it's going to be some exciting competition.
Sounds simple enough.
It is. Exactly.
Well, I think by now you know who is behind the wheel of this. If you've been with us on these telecast this year, you know that the man behind the wheel of the Budweiser Avenger is none other than Gary Collins. El Dorado Springs, Missouri is his home. And this is, I would say, his second pride and joy. We'll see his first in just a little bit, but this Avenger is really something special, Mike.
Gary Collins with the beautiful 1988 Ford fiberglass Mustang. He's a farmer.
A farmer? You said his beautiful Ford Mustang. I thought you were going to talk about his beautiful wife, Kim.
Kim's here. This is what they're calling a wheel standing shootout. We've got 5 wheel standers here. And the one that pulls it the furthest on the rear wheels is naturally the winner.
Well,
and Gary will start things off.
Right.
Supercharged Keith Light. Boy, Gary just cannot get a hold of the track with all the horsepower for the Budweiser Avenger. It is so tough. We'll have to wait and see if anyone else can get it out tonight.
Here he is again. Gary, a bit of a prankster, putting down on his bio sheet tonight that he is 21 years old.
He was once.
He was about 21 years ago.
Gary with the front end up, floating down the track, and just couldn't get the big tires to hook at all tonight. Sled's heavy, and Gary having a rough time of it. Really rough. But he'll straighten that out when he brings the Bud Boss in.
Yeah, that rules. But I'll tell you what, you gotta love this car. It is just super. This is a 1988 Lincoln. 528 cubic inch engine. Lynn Luckin is the driver. And as Luckin would have it, he's with our Mike Gallaway down on the track. Mike?
Now, Lynn Luckin, not everyone can drive a Lincoln Continental down the street, but you've got one as a pulling vehicle. How did this all come about?
Well, we wanted something different and unique, and we figured a Lincoln Continental, Mark, would be just what we wanted, and it was.
Now, Lynn, I was in this thing the other day. There's a lot of parts on this Lincoln that still work.
They all work. Everything works. It's all functional. It's a metal body come right off a brand new Lincoln.
There's one question I've got to ask you. Did it come with a payment book?
No, this one's paid for.
Well, it's one of the few, but we'll watch this one tonight and see if it can make some payments and win some cash in a two-wheel drive.
Yes, sirree, the hot rod Lincoln. Color is burgundy. And Lynn has one son, 2 daughters, and a wife that pulls right along with him, Sarah. But tonight it's Lynn behind the wheel of the hot rod Lincoln.
I wonder if he's got the air conditioner blowing cold on it.
Think so?
He may have.
He may. He's probably got the air conditioner blowing cold at Bon Jovi in the cassette machine.
Does he sing I've Never Been This Far Before?
Yes, he does.
Let's see how Hot Rod Lincoln does tonight.
Waiting for the green flag at the other end of the track. The idea is to pull it farther than anyone else and get those front wheels up in the air.
500 cubic inch Ford motor.
Lynn Luckin. Come on, Lynn. The door halfway to Racine. Unbelievable. Lynn Luckin has pulled it out the door
with Hot Rod Lincoln.
Oh man, you know, he didn't get the front wheels up in the air, but in terms of distance,
he did it all.
That puppy can hunt.
He struggles the first part of the track, really struggles, and then somewhere or another it begins to hook. And when it does, the Hot Rod Lincoln is off like a shot. Front end starts to come up. You see Lynn kind of trying to steer it on the inside, but it's nothing there. As skyward bound, the Hot Rod Lincoln right outside the gate for a full pull.
Well, here is the man, internationally renowned, Alan Gaines Jr. and the Orange Blossom Special. Mike, there is no bigger name in this sport. Wait a minute, Alan, you forgot the sled.
Oh, he'll go back and get that.
Just warming up, I guess.
Just making sure everything's all right.
Alan Gaines, tobacco farmer from Georgetown, Kentucky, just down the road from Cincinnati. Soon to be a quarter century old. He is 48 years old. 48 years young, really, for Alan.
He has made more trips down the track on the rear wheels than most people have made on four wheels.
He is the man, but he is also the wheelie king. And it will be real interesting seeing him go down the track now. If you are not attuned to Alan Gaines, he is driving without shoes. He is a barefoot driver. And at the end of the run, we'll see Alan get out and brandish his boots.
Watch him
to the crowd.
He'll stand still, raise the truck in the air, and then take off. Very unique style.
There's the whistle.
Is the original.
You know, when we were in Orlando for our show earlier this year, Alan took his crew out to see the Orange Blossom Special, which is a train that is parked now in the Orlando, Florida area.
And like the truck, it's beautiful.
It is.
He needs to go a full pull.
There goes the front end up.
And look at this. Truck hasn't moved. Now we're going to take it and run. It's Alan Gaines, the wheelie king, and he's going to defend his title tonight. The little 37 all over the track.
Oh, he's out the door.
Full pull, no doubt. Watch this. Look how easy.
Oh,
just let
man.
it set down on the track so smooth. That is the man that's done it all.
He is the best. Alan Gaines Jr. is out the door, and we will have a pull-off in the two-wheel drive.
Look at this. Right up in the air. Now we're going to go for it. Now that we've got it up there, we'll take it and run with it, as Alan has done so many times.
Watch this. He drifts right here, and he just bites it back, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Again, he's got brakes on the back that pulls it back around, and he'd love for it to go left right about now. He hits the brakes again, brings it around. And the wheelie king, internationally known, is defending his title here tonight.